I'm Matthew Whiteside, I'm a composer. I'm currently based in Glasgow, but I'm originally from Northern Ireland. I moved over here about 5 years ago now to do my Masters in Composition at the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland. But I stayed here because there's a really, really vibrant art scene in Scotland. I've got an album coming out in May, funded by Creative Scotland, and to go along with that, I'm doing 3 different concerts with Emma Lloyd. First one is on the 6th of May in Glasgow City Halls. Second one is the 10th of May in the Fruit Market Gallery in Edinburgh, and the third will be in the National Concert Hall in Dublin on the 20th of May. The 2 ones in Scotland will also have the Scottish premiere of Gerard Grise's prologue for solo viola and electronics. After I finished my Masters, I stayed in Glasgow because the art scene in Scotland is really, really good. There's loads of galleries, loads of concerts going on, loads of people who are interested in making stuff happen. So it's easy enough to put stuff on if you have the support of other people. Yeah, the art scene's really vibrant. There's more opportunities for funding as well, which is really useful. As a composer who's kind of just starting out, it's really good to have the support of a funding body like Creative Scotland to make stuff happen. I write contemporary classical music, music that's broadly in the classical tradition, but is written now. I enjoy working in it simply because I enjoy playing with sound. More well-known composers that work in the same genre would be James Macmillan, David Fennessy, Gareth Williams, Thomas Adès. They are primarily concert music. I think only Dave Fennessy has worked with electronics out of those 4. The other ones, from memory, only write instrumental music without any electronics or studio manipulation. I mean, it is just hard to stay focused as a composer. You spend so much time sitting in your flat on your own, writing music, trying to do admin for a project if you've got funding, if you've got something on, trying to make contacts with people, that it's quite solitary, so there's not that kind of push that you might get, say, in an office, for example. It's difficult, but the final outcome is usually worth it. That's kind of the thing that keeps the drive going. Having a group of friends and colleagues who are doing pretty much the same thing, so we've kind of got into the habit of going to the pub quiz every week simply because we're all doing pretty much the same solitary thing most of the week, writing music for film, video games, concerts, whatever everyone's doing. And it's just quite good to have that one come together and go, right, we haven't spoken to anyone for the last 3 days, let's talk about what's going on, or the problem with that piece. It's helpful having people to understand as well how hard it can be, but then it's also useful to be able to honestly go, well done, when something works really well for someone. I got the project off the ground by applying to Creative Scotland for funding to support the album and writing the new piece for Viola D'Amore. I'm going to self-publish the album itself through CD Baby, which is quite a useful service that puts the music onto things like iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, but they can also do CD replication themselves, so I can ask them for a few hundred physical copies as well as all the digital things. The album is to create a good document of my music, which hopefully people will buy and enjoy, but I also want to use it to approach directors and commissioners to use the music and hopefully commission me in the future. The album's called Dichroic Light. It's the same name as one of the pieces on the album, the cello piece, which was the first ever piece that I wrote with live electronics. The name dichroic itself comes from dichroic glass, which is glass that has different. It's almost like a prism, but only for two different shades. The glass splits light into 2 different colours, so it looks like there's 2 different colours within the glass. The album has 8 tracks on it, including a completely new piece for solo Viola D'Amore and live electronics. That piece was written in close collaboration with Emma Lloyd. I've worked with Emma before. She's performed Ulation, a piece for solo viola and electronics. That piece starts quite relaxed and calm, but builds into a kind of guitar shredding like thing to end with. The final note is, when I was writing it, I was just thinking of a guitarist standing in front of a massive stadium crowd, distortion on the guitar, just finished the solo, and holding it for like 20-30 seconds in front of a cheering audience. One of the other pieces in the album is 3 pieces for bass clarinet and live electronics. This was written in collaboration as well with Joanna Nicholson last year. The 3 pieces each are different but have a theme running, kind of more relaxed theme running through them. They're kind of a wee bit more ambient than, say, the ending of Ulation. I've commissioned Dominika Majovic, an artist and very good friend of mine, to do the artwork for the album. She has based the artwork on her knowledge of my music, so it's kind of her reaction to the pieces that are on the album. If the album was a film, I'd probably describe it like Birdman. It goes through numerous emotions, from relaxed to really tense and guttural to just kind of driving along nicely. After the album, I am working on an installation with Dominika Majovic as well. The installation will be, first of all, in our Space Gallery in Lisburn in Northern Ireland, and then will be remounted in Sound Festival in Aberdeen in October. The installation will involve motion sensors allowing the audience members to manipulate the sound of each of the paintings with their movements or standing in front of the piece. If you want any more information on me, my upcoming projects, or having listened to some of my other recordings, you can go to www.matthewwhiteside.co.uk. You can contact me there about any of the work that I've done, or if you're interested in getting me involved in any future projects.